Let me know as soon as you are, because I'll jump off here and run over there.
I should be.
You live now?
Yeah, I should be.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna jump off here and I'm
Okay.
gonna run over there.
Do you see me, Ann? That I'm live?
Yeah, please verify.
Just a minute. No, yeah, you're live.
I'm live. Okay, good job, Joanne. Okay.
Okay.
See you there.
All right.
Yeah, you bye. Now I gotta figure out how to put the fucking link out. Oop. Okay, I'm trying to get this where it goes. Make it work. Okay, think I'm good. Okay, so this is the first time this is the first time I am using this tablet, so let me see how to invite. Let me see. Guests. Link. Invite guests. Copy. Got it. I don't know where the chat is. Comments. Doink. Doink. Paste. Do it. Ye friggin' haw. Look at me go. Look at me go. Impressive. Larry left. Oh, I didn't put it in the chat. Sorry. It's a daddy. It's a daddy. Okay. Christian has a wrench because too many people would block him if he didn't. Now I got to figure out how to get an avatar on here. I guess I'll have to hook up my phone to it so I can put some pictures on here. That thumbnail picture is my new avatar when I chat, so look at me. There we go. You're my first on my first on my first.
Hello.
Yeah. Does it sound okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Right on.
Have you
Oh,
figured out
Dr. Drama. Look who's here.
Have you figured out your avatar?
Huh?
So have you figured out your avatar?
No, I don't have any pictures on this tablet because I was only using it to play games like Monopoly Go and match the
Gotcha.
flowers and shit like that. I never thought I would have to use it for going live because I have my laptop. But the last time I went live on my laptop, it gave me an error message that said that there's something wrong with the adapter hardware. And since it's a hardware issue, ta-da!
That's weird. That's
Yeah.
very weird.
Yeah, I've had it's a problem.
Hey, Ann. Welcome back.
I hear you guys fucking fabulous. Just let you know.
Good.
Yep.
I just got to figure stuff out so I don't end up knocking you guys out.
Yeah, I haven't done a live on YouTube, but I did reach YouTube infamy where I have enough followers now where I can go live on YouTube. But I prefer
Yay!
StreamYards. I like StreamYards. I like to have a panel.
Yeah,
You
me
know,
Yeah.
too.
I like the conversation.
I mean, I know that you can get more subscribers if you do the vertical view, whatever.
Yeah.
But I
The
really don't have
shorts.
anything to share with the world, so I really don't care how many people watch.
Honestly, I gain subscribers every time Nikki trolls me.
That's great. That's what I said. Put my shit out there. I need your channel again. Hamilton
Yeah,
and Natalie own it
yeah.
right now. So
Promote
if I
me.
can rent a little space, I'm
Yeah,
good.
promote me, bitch. I am entirely unbothered, but you are giving me subs. Thank you.
Like the other day when I asked Dee, I will come up, just ask her not to make a mockery of it, was so that if she wants to have a serious conversation, there needs to be some expectation that it won't be made fun of. And
Right.
if it were me and Tally, I would say, Tally, please don't fuck around with this conversation. Let's keep it serious. I wouldn't have a problem saying that. He wouldn't have a problem saying no, and then I would just deal with it. But she doesn't even try. I'm not the boss of here. No, it's just a simple thing. Say, hey, could you not do that? So
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
She would
Uh,
not fucking do it though.
It's problematic.
so you
So
know,
if she's gonna
Joanne.
tell people up there to make a mockery of the conversation, nobody's gonna go up there and try to be serious with her.
Yeah.
Joanne.
Hmm?
I got the link, so I'll keep throwing the link out for you.
Yay, I love you so much. So
Can I,
much.
can I have a wrench? I don't know
Uh-huh.
if I commented in chat.
Yeah. If you
Um,
comment in the chat, I'll give you a wrench.
but okay, I have to leave this to go comment.
No, all you gotta do
Let me
is
scroll up.
you're
You're
on a phone, aren't you, Azel?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Three,
I was gonna say you can be on the. I'm on a
then
PC. I can.
star.
Yeah, I'm on a phone.
Oh,
Let me try on my phone to see if I can wrench you.
I'm
Pretty sure
chilling
I
on my
can.
phone. I mean, I can drop another comment, but I have to leave the chat to do it.
No, I got
I
you.
have to-
Okay, I got you.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, no,
And wrenched. You're wrenched.
I thank you, sweetheart. I think there's some fuckery occurring on Dee's channel. And I don't know if
Is
she
she
knows.
playing dumb though?
I don't really know what game she's playing. I just know she's well. There's something happening over there. There must be like some background information we are not aware of. Because she's doing some bitch assness
Mm-hmm.
for people who are shitty, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, and that's the post I made earlier today. I was like, if you lay with dogs, you catch fleas. Well, girl, that is the tea. If you fuck with people who are shitty, you're gonna get shitty ass responses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'm pretty concise and forthcoming, and I've caught a lot of flack for it. Well, Dee is up to some shit. I don't know if she really knows what she's up to.
Dr. Drama, you want to come up on my panel and squash this?
Who is Dr. Drama?
Dr. Trichome.
I haven't watched. I don't even know the lore. Who is he?
Share your referral link. He's in the 420 community. But he doesn't know me, but yeah, he comes at me about my kid. And he only got that information from those idiots. Hey, Nova.
there's
Did
the
you make
link
Callie?
again if he wants to come up.
In the chat,
I
see
don't know
one
who he is,
comment.
so
I see one comment from him. I see Christian. Why does Christian have a wrench? Why'd you give Christian a wrench?
Because too many people would block him if he didn't have one.
Yeah, I really like Christian. He's funny.
Christian, I'm
But
gonna beat the fuck out of you. I don't belong
I
in
haven't
prison.
wrenched him yet. I haven't wrenched him yet because I'm not certain. I have my doubts. But
Yeah, that's
choices.
not the answer I was looking for. But if you can stop talking about me and shit that you don't know me or anything about me, I won't call you Dr. Trickomonas anymore.
Oh, so you're talking to Dr. Drama 420.
I
Mm-hmm.
can't even see his
Oh,
last comment. He has to. There's this weird ass thing. There's like an ad right at the bottom of
That says
StreamYard.
share your referral link.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and it blocks the last message.
See if I hit
So
it, it will go
uh,
away. Nope, it didn't go away. It's that thing that says
yeah,
oh,
it's like an ad.
you
it's a
shouldn't share that.
promotion.
Well, I guess you don't care, but maybe you shouldn't share that because it gives your email address out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I'm gonna click it.
No, don't click. I mean, click it and give Joanne
Well,
some props.
I
But,
have a StreamYard account, so
Joanne, I'm gonna quickly, like, if I can, I'm gonna try to do. I can't delete
uh,
it because you're
What's
the
that
host.
way? That okay, I can do it. Oh, it's
Yeah,
already deleted.
yeah. Delete that because it gives people direct access to your email address.
Bouncy! What you
huh.
doing?
Also, I
Come on,
haven't seen
Bouncy.
Nova. I haven't seen Nova or Bounce in a hot minute. How are y'all doing?
Hey, Bounce. Hi, Nova. I'm
Hey,
behaving
hey, Natalie.
because Joanne makes me behave when I'm on her piano.
I don't.
Much. I can't use my
Also, hey,
I
Sam.
can't use my chipper no more.
I think Sam
Yeah,
hates me. But, hey, Sam.
Sam is in here somewhere being a butt.
Yeah, he usually is, but I actually don't dislike that guy. He's doing his best.
Why
He,
are we whispering?
am I whispering?
I thought you was.
I didn't think I was. I mean, I'm talking kind of quietly. My family is sleeping,
Oh,
so
hey, Bouncy, you want to get that bitch too?
I'm kind of quiet.
I
If I
mean,
need
I
to speak
can
up,
do it, but if you want the pleasure of it, I will sure let you got it.
if I need to speak up, just let me
pork
know.
butts. What the fuck is pork butt? Not the real butt. Pork. Huh?
He said he doesn't care what I call him. He just wants to slap my cheeks or some shit.
Overkill.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, I was talking about the blocking going on.
Oh no, I just told her to.
Yeah, I know. Christian, that's excessive. Sorry. Christian will block me if I didn't have a wrench.
If Christian changes anything that Bounce does, Christian's gonna lose his wrench. It's gonna take one time, no more, no warning. One time, if you change what Bounce does, Christian, I'm gonna have to take your wrench. She's a whatever moderator for a reason. I trust her, and that's that. You don't change what she does. I can change what she does if I feel like it's out of hand.
Yeah, I know, Christian. It was a payback for the last shit you said about me. Excuse me.
Because I think you're funny, Christian. I would like for you to stay, but Bounce is my actual friend, and you're not my actual friend.
So
So,
you actually know Bounce?
huh?
So you actually know Bounce?
Yep,
Yeah,
Oh,
sure
she
do.
does.
well,
Yep.
And
shit.
I
I
have
didn't
for
know that.
fucking years. Huh?
Ouch. Sorry. My arthritis.
He is the one that got introduced me to her, basically. And then when she turned on that 15-year friendship, Bouncy kept me.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a real ass person.
Uh-huh.
I will say,
Christian,
for the record,
I'm warning
mm,
you. You start any more gossip about me,
for the
I'm
record,
gonna I am gonna have so many short buses running over you. Yet you'll regret even knowing me.
for the record, Joanne is cool as fuck, and she connected with me very early in my engagement with this community, and she is a chill ass bitch, and not shitty. You know what I mean? And like, there's a lot of shitty people in this community, and she's not. And I really don't know why she catches so much slack, but she's a real sweetheart.
And
It's
Um,
Christian,
again because the crybaby trolls want to hang on to 10 years ago when they
yeah,
trolled and got blocked. And
from from
I
Zane.
actually met Zane, so that automatically put me in the same category as him. And then I had to continually um, defend my right to watch him.
I think that's unfair. You know, I never watched Zane. I mean, I did some research, so I saw some of his streams. Never watched Zane, but I don't think it's fair for people to like judge you for whom you follow. You know, because I follow.
Right.
I like okay. So for instance, I'm going to use this as I'm going to use this. I follow Natalie, and I probably shouldn't, as in I'm besties with Jezzy, and I don't think it's really like in a line with my friendship with Jezzy. But I actually quite enjoy Natalie, you
As
know,
long as she
and
respects that, like I try to respect it. I slip because I never call her anything other than what I call her. And so it just comes natural to me. But I try to respect it. And when I do not do that, I apologize to you because I
yeah, I know, and I
can't.
I will quickly correct someone, very quickly correct someone because she's my bestie and I love
Yeah,
her, and I don't want anybody talking shit about her. But I get that I can't fight all the battles for everybody on YouTube, you know.
I agree,
But
honey.
yeah, Natalie is actually like
mhm.
a sweet and wonderful person, and I really enjoy her company. And so I want to be her friend, and I can't help it, you know. And
Yeah,
like with you, Joanne, I really enjoy your company, and I think
we're
you're wonderful, and I really like enjoy hanging out with you. I don't want like y'all's problems are y'all's problems. You know what I
right.
mean? So I will just put that shit away, and then I'll be friends. You know what I mean? Because I'm just trying to have a good time. Like I'm not here for the drama. I didn't come here for.
It's
If
very
you,
hard to do that, but it can be done.
yeah, yeah. But if you watch my track record, I did not come here for the drama. The most drama I ever had was with the drunk community.
Right.
So, so that'd be like John and
Desmond,
Desmond. Yeah. Like, I'm really not here for the drama. I really
I
just I
was
want to have fun.
I liked Desmond the distiller, but I didn't like him after he started making those comments.
Yeah, I
yeah,
liked
he
him
got
too.
pretty bitter about that because he said that it was that particular race of person that put his beer company out of business. So he was real bitter about that.
Yeah.
What do you mean when you mean what do you mean when you say race of person?
He didn't like Middle Eastern people. And he
Oh,
said
that's
the
ugly.
sand N word several times and was
Yeah,
very angry saying it.
yeah.
And
Well,
My
I
how I
mean,
met Desmond was we were chatting one time, and he said he was live going for a drive.
whoops, we lost
Uh-oh.
Hazel. Where'd it go? Well, I got to well, throw it out again.
But he
Uh,
was live going for a drive, and he said, "Oh, we got to pass by these people that have a mannequin in their front yard, and they dress it up for occasions and shit like that." And I was hooked.
hmm.
I was watching him all the time to see if he would go by that house again.
Yeah, I stopped liking Desmond when he made comments about the ovens in Nazi Germany.
I don't think I heard him.
He would,
But that's okay. I don't.
yeah.
There's enough racism for it yeah, heck yeah, Frank, come on in.
I put actually it's a back-to-back link. I didn't see the first one.
Right on.
I was just so if Basil wants to come up, but I think maybe his phone died.
Hmm.
Maybe you never know, or the wrong button.
Frank, we're open to talking about weed, talking about growing weed, talking about ways to smoke it. I personally cook with it. I make the oils and then I make candies or whatever. And because I smoke, it makes me cough too much, and so it fucks up my hive. So I decided to just start learning how to make my own edibles.
I mean,
So I grow
yeah.
my own weed, and then I make my edibles out of the weed that I grew.
The last time I heard you talking on a panel, you was talking about doing some butter for a
Oh
friend
yeah,
of your guy.
uh-huh.
How did that come up?
I made 3.5 pounds for him.
Whoa, that's a lot
Hmm.
of butter.
It is. So it owes me $20, and I'm holding his butter hostage until I get that $20 because it never works out for me to say, "Oh here, oh you don't have the 20. Okay, catch me next time you see me." Holy fuck. Okay, so there's a measles outbreak, right?
Yeah.
I am not immune to measles.
Oh,
Yeah, because I got titered. I swear it was 4 times, and because being in the medical profession, they do that to you all the time,
yeah.
and they would they'd shoot me and then titer me, and I am not I'm not immune to measles, mumps, or rubella.
Ooh,
Yeah, so I've got to make sure I don't come around anybody with measles because it kills adults.
yeah. Guess start wearing a mask again, huh?
I don't know.
I wear
I
one
don't
to the
know if it's
store.
airborne, is it?
I, well, I don't
Is
know.
it? Let me Google it.
I've had measles as a kid. It's been eons, so I wouldn't know.
Can you get it twice?
Hmm. I don't know that either. I just know when I got the measles, they gave it to my dad way, way,
Yeah, it's
way back.
coughing, sneezing. Um, yeah, coughing or sneezing. Let me see how it's diagnosed. Lab tests, and then
Well, I know you can get shingles, chicken pox twice because the shingles is what adults get um, later in life, and
right,
that's
because when you get
related
the
to
chicken
chicken
pox,
pox.
when you get the chicken pox, that then you start carrying the shingles virus in you. But
Yeah,
they
I've
have
had
those
chicken
oxyvacs for
pox.
that now.
Yeah, I've had chicken pox, but no shingles yet. I
Did you
know
get
my
those
hubby
oxyvacs?
did. He got that was I watched him. Oh, got it. He went through pain with that shingles. Just a little patch,
Is that
just going
right?
towards his back, and man, that little patch about tore him up. That was painful for him. Oh, who we got backstage? Somebody.
Natalie.
Natalie.
Hi.
I get this
Is
Oh,
my
big.
audio okay?
uh-huh. Who's this?
I'm the
Oh,
guy
that's
from chat.
yeah. Ooh, look at that.
Oh,
Let me
Sorry.
see if I solo
that's
link.
really dense.
Fuck yeah, it is. Wow.
Stickies.
Nice plants, man.
Yeah, multiple different stages. I don't veg 12-12 from seed. So immediately I start flowering them immediately. They're all mutant cannabis plants.
Hmm.
Wow.
You see,
That's awesome.
they're all hybrided to carry
Those would
mutations.
be good
Yeah.
looking hedges in front of my house, but I'd probably get busted. No, I wouldn't. I'm in Canada. What the fuck's wrong with me? It's legal here.
That's
Yeah.
nice. You grow for yourself or for somebody?
Oh, this is all for me.
Oh,
Right
cool.
on.
Greedy.
Yeah.
Doesn't share.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
I got
That's
multiple different stages. I got some newborns just popping down here, where I harvest the other ones. I harvest them out and just throw new seeds in.
yeah.
I've
Oh,
seen somebody in one of my groups on Facebook selling a grow tent for 1,500. Is that
Must
cheap
be
or
a nice
expensive?
tent then.
that's expensive.
Yeah, it
Oh,
must
is
be
it?
a nice one. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, it's big.
Yeah, you can buy a 4x4 for about like $56 off of eBay, Amazon, or Walmart.
Yeah.
Huh.
Brand new.
Of
I
course,
thought
I
about
wouldn't
that,
grow
but
weed.
the
I'd have
sun
to
is
throw it
free.
away.
Sir, would you like to buy a used sleeping bag?
Oh, no.
I'm
No.
male over here.
Oh,
He's a
Uh-oh.
mutant.
does his thing stick
So
to it?
how do
It's a
you do
male?
that?
I use
How,
him to make seeds.
yeah, how do you, what did you say, you neutered him?
No, he's a mutant.
Mm.
Let me get to the other side. He's a little easier to see. You can see by the leaves.
The other word for alien.
Yeah.
Huh.
I breed
That's
for deformities. So
huh.
all these plants in here all contain the recessive allele to produce this plant right
Uh-huh.
here.
Huh.
And what does
So
that do?
by when I cross him with these ones, the chances of offspring popping out with that mutation will increase pretty much. About half of the plants out of the next batch will all be mutants similar to that one.
Oh.
And what's the benefit to having mutants?
Uh, so it's not really the mutations that I chase, but behind the mutations, there's some qualities like this weed smells like straight up skunk piss, and it doesn't give me like the urge to smoke, or like I could smoke all those recreational dabs and stuff, and I'll smoke them all day long consistently. They just don't get the job done. So these plants that I produce, I only got to smoke like one joint a day, and I'm good all day.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Can you imagine that in butter?
Oh man, the butter, I put people into comas with it, like literal comas, 3 days straight sleeping.
There you go, Joanne.
I already do that. Not 3 days, just one.
Wait, so how did you find this channel?
I
How'd I find
hashtagged
it?
it 420.
Hashtag 420.
No, how'd you find this channel?
Yeah, hashtag 420.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, it's in my description.
Oh.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
those
jump back in
hashtags.
chat and watch for a bit. Thanks for letting me up.
Thank you. And like I said, anytime I take advice on how to grow, how to harvest, whatever, because anything helps.
No,
All
thanks
right,
for
Bloods in the
sharing.
chat is my dude. He's the one that really helps me. Like
Bloods.
he walks me through step by step.
all right. Well, I'll
Don't
catch you
get
guys around.
don't get
Thank
sucked
you so
into
much.
these
Stay in
420
chat. There's
groups.
good people.
Bye.
And good to meet you.
He seems
Okay.
like a nice guy compared to most 420 jerks that we deal with.
Yeah. Like, but not really.
Huh.
One of these days I might be able to do that kind of stuff where I can change things around how I want them to turn out. But right now I'm not anywhere near that skilled at growing shit.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna plant my seeds on 420 and I didn't do it.
Aww.
Well, I've been having my hot water issue. So my dude goes and gets me a hot water and puts it in yesterday. But messing around with my lines has broke loose some crud. So now that has to all be flushed out. And I
Oh,
don't know if he was supposed to come tonight or not. That's what I said. I didn't know if I was going to be able to go live. It just
yeah.
depended on whether or not he showed up. And I talked to him earlier and he said he was going to call me. So,
Huh.
Frank, you're more than welcome to help because I accept any advice, most criticisms. Um, if somebody wants to block that for me, please.
Oh shit, let's see. Oh, I'm in my car.
Somebody came under Christopher wanting to
Oh,
say
fuck
some
them.
shit. Yeah.
Here, let me go into my. If no one gets it, I will.
Um,
Oh. Someone got it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I wasn't
It's in
looking at
cap, so
Frank's
I feel like
channel.
it's Dr. Trigomonas. He must
It
have finally
probably
asked Nikki
is.
what my kid's name was.
Oh yeah, for sure. And when she saw you tell him you wanted to squash it, she probably saw red, like pure red.
Yep. I mean, I'm willing to. I like legit have never had a conversation with him. So he's only going off of what those people have told him about me. And they
And
know
guess
nothing
what?
about me.
And guess what? I would have absolutely no problem with you squashing beef with him because I'm not the type of person that wants beef to last for life. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I would
squashing would only
never,
be I wouldn't talk about him and he wouldn't talk about me. I would not go to his chat and buddy up
of
with him.
course, yeah. No, I know. But that's the difference between like us is that we can be cordial.
And he wouldn't be welcome.
Hello?
But I wouldn't be I wouldn't feel the need to talk shit. So
Right. And honestly, Hammy wanted to do that day, the day he keeps bringing up that he promised he won't bring up anymore. He claims that
yeah.
was that I'm bringing up now. He claims that he wanted to squash beef with them and that I was just being like a petty drama bitch.
Hmm.
But like he doesn't understand when women go at other women. Like she was going at me in the chat. Like I had every right to defend myself.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't get involved.
I think he's just trying to keep your channel's drama low and his channel's drama low. But he's selective about it, I gotta say. And I'm not on his side. It's a
I know.
50-50 thing. Like I don't know when he's not going to be dramatic. And I only say that, I mean, in the context of drama. I don't know
Right.
when he's going to be dramatic and when he's going to say, oh, well, we need to not do this anymore and clean up our channel. Because I do the
I
same
don't know when
thing.
he's I don't know when he's gonna do that either.
Yeah.
You know
But
what
I
I
do
mean?
the same thing. So I understand
Yeah.
because some days you're just like, we don't need to be fighting anymore. We don't need to be talking about other people's shit. We got enough shit of our own to talk about,
Uh-huh.
yada, yada. So, I go through phases like that too.
Yeah.
And I hope that this time it has stuck because I feel like my chats are pretty good. I think they're pretty clean. I don't think that, if we're the only ones been talking shit on D, and that's not
Yeah.
really even talking shit. It's just saying the truth because you know how she
Exactly.
likes the truth.
Uh-huh. She doesn't know the truth if
Just
it hit her in
speaking
the
the truth
face.
when we've said those things. So
Yeah.
true. But it will
Mm-hmm.
because Nikki called her out the other day. Y'all missed it. I think because she was saying how Digger just comes at her over politics and she's never done anything to deserve it. And Nikki says, never, D, really? And she says, oh, well, that one time, but I don't do anything to deserve what. And she said, well, that one thing, D, is, because apparently, and this is why it's proof that D knows that he's a racist because she posted some video of a black guy on being a Trump supporter. And then she says, what's the matter with you, Digger? He's not the right color for you. So she fucking
Oh
knows he's
wow.
racist. He's a
Oh
racist. So
wow.
talk shit on her dude. And she goes to his chats and she lets him in hers. And that's so disrespectful to her man. I can't even.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no,
telling somebody, that's not cool is not letting. Okay, so for instance, Tally, just a minute ago, when I was saying Tally quit, it's not my not letting him be an adult. It's I'm his friend, and I
right.
don't want him to be a dumbass, because he's not. But if some
Right.
stranger comes along, that's all they're going to think of him. And I know that they would just be a stranger, but still, Tally's a lot more than his.
Yeah.
But he is a troll, so y'all can't forget that.
And I
He
feel the
started out in
same
this
way
community
about
as a troll.
Hammy.
He trolled Zane and
Like,
Cal.
uh-huh. Like when
You think he's a
Hammy
troll?
does things, I feel the same way. Like he does say and do dumb things sometimes, and so do I. And I hate when people just judge like all of every bit of him off of like moments that they don't personally like. Like it pisses me off, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think that you guys have now got into the habit of it getting real ugly, and you're desensitized to how ugly it's gotten,
Yep.
and we're not. We're still like, oh my god, I can't believe she
Yeah.
said that. Oh my god, I can't believe he said that. We're not desensitized to it.
Right.
So, that's where the comments and shit come from, where they're either, against him, against you, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But, that's why I said, on YouTube, to not make things worse, you got to have like a united front and then fucking
Right.
chew on him afterwards. But y'all met on YouTube, and so it is a YouTube thing.
And I hate that, like I don't choose that. And sometimes I try to like delete the YouTube app off of my phone when I know that he's having like a mental breakdown online, or he's upset online or talking shit about me online, because it's just easier to ignore. And then the times that I do watch it, it's always the times when I end up on his panel.
Me too, man. That's what I said. It's because I'm old and I've done the same fucking things.
Yeah. And
There
so
ain't
today
nothing
when I went
special
to
about that.
therapy, yeah, when I went to therapy today, like, I told her like what I really need to focus on, which is like the I told her like the rage starts to build inside of me, because like with Hammy, if he says something and he
Uh-oh.
hate me.
I think you muted for a minute.
Okay. You're going to mute it for a minute?
No, I think you were muted because I didn't hear anything.
Oh, sorry. I was saying when he gets up, or when he feels strong. Okay, so like earlier today, for example, he kind of started to get annoyed with like everybody giving Dee the attention she wants,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so let's use that as an example. If he starts to feel that way, but I start to like get defensive, like, we're just having fun, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when he's in that mood of like he feels like we're doing too much drama, or it's giving someone attention that shouldn't be getting attention, or even real life things, if he feels really strongly about something and I start to feel like, oh, like stop, it's
Yeah,
like the rage starts to build inside of me. And that's what I need help on, because the only thing I can control is my reactions.
exactly. Now,
Yeah.
do you feel like that it is like an oppositional defiance disorder kind of thing? Like somebody telling you what to do until you can be off?
I think he reminds me a lot of my dad, because my dad, he used to be like, it's my way or the highway kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes I feel like that's how Hammy treats me.
Yeah, I had a dad like that.
Yeah. So it could be his defiance of it's my way or the highway, but it could also just be like some men do that.
Yeah.
You have to feel what they feel.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I like my dude. He don't care.
My dad was just a strict disciplinarian, and his word ruled. And of
Yeah,
course, on my temperament, I always went against his rule.
of course. That's how I am too.
You know, I don't
gonna
like a
switch.
man telling me what I gotta think, what I gotta feel, what I gotta do. You know, you just
60 and
take what you
8.
get.
Ew.
And we just lost Natalie again.
Oh. Frank says he's in New York and the dispensaries are still charging 60 and 8. I think that there are some strains here that they charge that much for, but not very many. I think in New Mexico, it's pretty low. Oklahoma, I hear, is just freaking dirt cheap now, which that's where I moved from 3 years ago and loved it because there were so many dispensaries everywhere. I never even had to look for one. Can't even hold on. She's
I can't even tell you
back.
how many.
I'm back. Hi.
You gotta get a seatbelt for that chair so you don't slip off.
Okay.
No, I had to mute. I had a bad cough, and I hate those bad coughs.
Oh.
I don't know what triggers them. It don't feel congested, but my throat just tickles or itches, and then that cough starts. And I haven't even asked my doctor yet. I'm almost afraid to. After I have a bad cough, my body reacts to it. It goes into a tremor or spasm.
So I got a
Probably lack of
hormone panel done
oxygen.
today too.
You what?
I got a hormone panel done, like a blood
Oh yeah.
test for
Uh-huh.
all my
Yeah.
hormones. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So yeah, I'm gonna figure out if my hormones are imbalanced.
Well, sometimes women, when they get in their mid 30s to the late 30s, their hormones are starting to change.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it
worried
could be
about that. I
imbalanced.
don't want to be premenopausal.
Well, there's
Does he
nothing
still want
wrong
to have
with that. Is
babies?
when you hit menopause, that you think you got anger issues or something like that. You know what you think? Wait till you get menopause.
Mm.
Well, that's not good. What if I have premenopause and that's why I'm so angry?
Well,
Huh.
I don't know. There's, like I said, when I went through PMS and I was put on and it worked, a vitamin therapy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you find that out? How'd you find out you had PMS?
Uh, my ex-husband told me. He said you went from he said you went from a nice woman to an absolute bitch. And I asked the doctor, and she says, "We'll find out."
So they didn't do any hormone panels on you?
No, the doctor can recognize it.
They just
You know,
believed your husband, huh?
no, there is symptoms. A lot of
Oh.
symptoms. Just I couldn't control my moods.
Yeah.
I know I'm not bipolar. Uh, little things made me angry. Even my ex's voice would make me angry. I just asked him one time. I said, "Please don't talk." You know. Um, sometimes I just had a lot of symptoms. But yeah, it was PMS, and I just went
Yeah.
on a
Maybe
vitamin
that's what I
therapy.
have. We'll see. I'll let y'all know if I have
No,
anything
I
else.
mean it could be anything. It's just maybe you developed a low tolerance for bullshit. You never know.
Right. Well, I know a lot of people don't believe in this, but apparently I have a lot of the symptoms of PTSD because I think it's from like my parents' divorce.
You can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can, but I mean, my parents when they divorced, I mean, it was like a nuclear hell on earth when my parents divorced.
Same.
And I'm half-ass
Really? It was
normal.
that ugly?
Oh God. My dad was abusive beater on my mom
Yeah,
and
my
really
dad too.
hateful and strict on us kids.
My
Aw.
dad
He was a
blinded
mama's boy.
my mom in one eye and she had a metal plate in her head and he broke my sister's collarbone when she was like
What the
4.
fuck?
I never got
Mhm.
hurt that bad, but I put it this way in that I'm lucky I don't have scars on my back from his belt
Uh
with the
Wow.
buckle. But
That's
Let me share
terrible.
out the stream. It's
huh?
really weird.
But you just I don't like a guy, and it's probably related to my dad. My dad was everything I. If I see one glimmer of my dad in a man, I just go the other way. And you don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me I gotta do something. You don't make my decisions for me.
That's
It's all,
yeah, that's
yeah.
I have
And
two men in my life right now who want to do that.
see,
My dad and my boyfriend.
when you give into it, you lose your own identity of who you are inside.
Right.
You don't give into it. You have to be.
No.
They either accept you as your own person or fuck them. Sorry,
Right.
too stern,
I
but I mean,
agree.
it
They
just
want like utter control, and I don't understand the need for that. Like, why don't you just control yourself?
me and my
You
hubby.
know?
That's why me and my hubby, late hubby, we laid out the rules. We're each our own individual. I don't want to change him, and he don't want to change me. He would regret
Right.
trying to change me because I can't be changed. Um, just we set out some ground rules. 2 years online, you set out some ground rules right from the beginning, and we
Yeah.
never went back on those rules. You
Yep.
know,
And I'm gonna really try hard to like take advice, and when things start to get heated, completely stop and walk away. And also to like the next day, sometimes what we do is like we'll argue about a topic, and then like it'll kind of like calm down and not be too heated, and we'll go to bed, and then the next morning one of us is still grumpy about it, and so
yeah,
we'll rehash it.
yeah, and there's
And I
no point
can't
in
do that anymore.
rehashing something that can tear you apart.
Yeah.
Nothing is worth that.
No.
You
So I
know,
need to learn to the
everybody
next
can get,
day,
yeah,
like,
everybody can
stop.
give you advice. You just have to nitpick and see what fits you.
Exactly. Like, our problems are that the next day we don't stop. Like, we won't necessarily always go to bed mad, but for some reason, when we wake up, we'll want to rehash it. It's
Yeah,
like
but
so.
if it's from online, nothing on this shit is worth
Oh, yeah.
fighting
No,
over.
nothing is. And I try to, like, tell him that, and I don't know.
There's life outside of the tubes, and I don't give a shit what somebody. If somebody would say something, and if it's personal, yeah, I'm gonna fight to the tooth. But
Uh huh.
if it's not within, if they don't come in with my personal life, other than that, it's not worth talking about. It's not worth arguing about.
Yep.
It's like I was told when I came in this community in the beginning, it's all fake. It's all bullshit, and it is.
Yeah. Sure feels like it. It's just funny to me the way that like Dr. Stupid Face and his girlfriend are, and Nikki and Digger and Dee, the five of those people or six of those people are literally on a propaganda campaign going everywhere they possibly can, putting black eyes on me and all this shit when I've never been physically assaulted or touched by
They
Hammy or
do that to
anyone for that
trigger
matter.
you. Joanne can
What?
tell you. Joanne and I
They
and
do
a
it to
few other.
trigger you.
They do it to trigger you. They
Right.
know that'll tick somebody off.
It just doesn't it just makes no sense because he's beating his girlfriend, but they're putting the black eyes on me. Why?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
why are you deflecting?
it's to get the heat off of other people, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. Like I said, it just um
It's some thick propaganda, I will say.
I mean,
Like,
that's just like Nikki. I have not, and I swear to God, if I'd done something wrong to Nikki, I would apologize whether she liked it or not. Nikki
right.
has claimed all these years that I said something about her mom being gone. I don't kick the dead. I don't punch the dead. I don't make nasty, nasty comments on the dead, and she swears
Mhm.
I have and has a video to prove it. I have still not gotten that damn video to be seen. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it, but she says she has it, and I said, "Fine, produce it." In 4 or 5 years, she still has not produced it, and I don't give a shit anymore. But it made her, if she put some lie out there like that, she felt it gave her the right to talk about and drag my dead husband. She just
Yeah.
needed some excuse, and she made up an excuse because I still haven't seen the video, and she still wants to, make fun of dead people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah.
they do it to trigger, to disrupt.
Yep. They do. It's really
Takes a long,
weird.
long time to figure these people out, and they're into the psychological game. Whatever they can do that gets in your brain, they're gonna fuck you up if you let them.
Yep. That is so
Well,
true.
like I said, I think she shot her wad.
Yeah,
There's nothing
I
else. She can go on about your husband. She can go on about my kids. She can go on about my dogs, my house, my floors, Natalie and Hamilton, and every
Mhm.
word they've said. And what I mean, there's nothing left.
yeah,
Yep.
like what Bud says. Denise attacks, though she can't control it. She'll never be able to control me in that because I got news for I might be older and older than the bricks, but I tell you what, I can walk around that woman faster than she can walk around me.
Yep.
And if she, yeah, if
And
she really wants to heavy punch down on me, I got the books. I can punch down legally on her. She don't want to go there, and she's threatened my daughters to dox them. My daughters are full aware of what she is, who she is, and what she looks like because they watch her channel off and on. And they say, well, my kids always say, why don't you just stay away from the nutcase? And I said, I do. She
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
has to come over my channel, and which is nothing anymore. Come over to my channel to see if I picked on her again so she has something to bitch about.
So she can get mad for the day.
Yeah.
She needs her refill of
She
angry
needs
tea.
she needs to fill her glass with juice again.
I think something's wrong with YouTube tonight because there's no way there's only 4 people watching.
I
Might
don't
be.
know.
It's Monday.
Yeah. And well, there's a
Well,
huh.
I
About
see
you,
2 in
Bert.
chat and I'm watching.
Yeah, yeah, I'm in there. Let me see if it goes away if I close it out. But
Let me
Buds
refresh.
D said that she doesn't know why you call her Jersey whore. I said, because it rhymes with shore. Duh. I mean, if it was the Jersey Planks, he'd be calling you Jersey Frank or some shit. Like, no offense, Frank. I did say that earlier, though.
Because it rhymes.
Yeah, I
Because
did
it
a refresh.
rhymes. He
Yeah, I
doesn't
did.
think she's a whore. He might think she's a dumbass, but he doesn't think she's a whore. It just fucking rhymes.
He might think
Yeah.
she's a whore.
Maybe.
I just did a refresh and it says 5.
Right? We got their friggin' channels all the time. She doesn't post anything about herself or what's going on around her because she has us. And we're
Yeah,
way more interesting than anything she can do. So that's
Mhm.
my
but
take on it.
yeah, but
We
see,
are
she
what she
lives.
does.
Yeah,
Yep.
she lives in negativity. Nikki does. She thrives on negativity,
Yeah.
She wouldn't
and she's
have
always.
any friends if she didn't talk about us. Like all her friends are only her friends because they mutually dislike us.
Well,
I seen.
that's exactly right because she was talking to I wonder if it was Digger that said it. Um he said or no, it was Evan. He's saying, because I always say, why don't you just fucking get out of your house and go make videos of the cool shit around Daytona? Because it is a
Yeah,
fucking cool area. And
Yeah.
and Evan said the other day to her, you know, there's no there's no reason for you to go out and make videos because you know nobody would watch that. This is a drama community and they like to see the fights. Bingo. If she didn't
Yep.
have us, no one would watch her. And
Yeah.
that's why she does what she does.
Yep. And the only reason those people worship her is because of us. It's because one of us pissed them off. And the only reason they fucking care about her is because she talks about us.
Well, see, I was spot watching these. Was it earlier today? Whenever.
You know Dr. Trichome, Frank?
But
See, look,
I seen
typed that
John
word.
McDonald tell. I seen John McDonald tell Nikki that he appreciated that Nikki fights for all of us, and that's what
We
he
don't
said.
like him either.
Yeah,
Well, I don't.
That's who was just in. I don't know if you were here when he came in, but he was the one. Christopher is my son who's passed away, who he likes to talk a lot of shit about, and I've never ever even had a conversation with him. So this other bitch that he's hanging with has filled his head with a bunch of stuff. I did not kill my son. I do not do drugs. I did not have anything to do with that, and he died. And they think it's fun to blame me and bring him up and make videos about him and
But
post his
you got
pictures.
you
And
got
now
to
Dr. Trichome is involved in that as well. And I'm not sure why, but he is.
among those people, it gets reactions. And it just anybody within the Nikki's group will never be as good as what my husband was.
Absolutely.
Never.
Just like your son, nobody in this community will
They're
ever be as
trash.
a good as person as your son was, Joanne.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. They're
If my
trash.
kid was alive, he did not have the I better not do this because it's gonna get me in trouble. He would be visiting people.
Aww.
No,
Because he would not let anybody treat me the way I've been treated.
but
He drove
when I first met John
all the
McDonald,
way
I
to
thought
a
him a
place to
fairly
beat up an old man,
decent person.
snatched
Yeah,
that
I
old
like.
man's gun, and
Sorry, go
sicked
ahead.
his dogs on him. Are you
Yeah,
are you
so
reading what Frank is saying about Dr. T?
Yeah.
yeah, so
I
I
actually
know
call him
all
Dr.
about
T.
this. So there's
Do
this.
you?
Yeah, so there was this guy. His name was Fighting the Evil. I can't remember his actual name anymore. Maybe the guy will type it. But he's like this older man. He lives in Detroit. He had fun. He was a 420 channel. Dr. T lived in Detroit too. And he kept wanting to go meet up with this old man to fight him. So why does this 39-year-old trans person that transitioned from male or female to male want to meet up with this old man to fight him? That makes no sense. This old man who has disabilities and stuff, he literally Dr. T drove to his house with a gun, which I don't even
Damn.
think he's allowed to have one. And he went up there and he tried to snatch the old man's gun, and the old man sicked his dogs on him, he said, I guess. I just remember that he went around saying he beat him up, and the guy left YouTube. So it's crazy to me the way he would only meet up with people that are double his age, because he knows that he can have one over on them.
Oh. Don't sound like a.
Did you ever hear about how he scammed Pat's fan 420 for money?
No.
Oh, Dr. T sicked his dogs on him. Okay.
On an old man?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Well, how in the hell you scammed?
What did he do to Pat's fan?
Yeah, so, I guess Dr. T had the dogs in the car with him when he drove to the older guy's house to beat him up. That's so weird. You need your dogs to help you beat up an old man. That's really weird. Anyways, so what Pat's fan did was Pat's fan heard that Dr. T needed money for his sister's funeral. So Pat's fan did a community GoFundMe, whatever, and he got him money and he PayPal'd him the money. And Dr. T said, bro, it didn't come through. So he did it again. Well, it actually went through twice. And
Oh.
he started to block him and ignore his calls so that he didn't have to give the funeral expenses back. So he gave it to him twice, and Pat Span's like account went into the negatives. And he was
Oh.
like, Dr. T, like, bro, my account's in the negatives. Can you please send it back to me? And Dr. T was like, Pat Span, PayPal says that I can't send it back to you. They said it's on hold, blah, blah, blah. But really, he already had it and he didn't have it to give him back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's dirty.
Mm-hmm. And
That
you know,
is
I've
not a
seen
good dude.
That is
I haven't
beyond
seen
dirty.
Pat Span in a long time, and I hope he's still alive.
Is that the same one that Sam dealt with?
I don't think
Pat
so.
Span? The
How,
one
what
in
do you mean?
California? I thought it was the guy's first name was Pat there in area where Sam was in Crescent City.
Pat Span is in Pennsylvania, I think.
Oh.
Somebody named Pat in Crescent City.
Remember, he had his he has business.
You know
him
about
and his
chicks that he
partner.
was with over there.
Oh, Green Bicycles.
Okay, that's who I'm confusing it with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought his name was Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It might be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know. I only know.
Yeah,
You have
past,
good memory, Ann.
Past in this community. I don't know of others outside of the community.
Yeah.
There's
Pat
Juanito.
is-
That dude, you don't miss a lick, Juanito. You're amazing to me. I always think he's like half passed out drunk, and that motherfucker doesn't miss a lick.
I just couldn't remember the green
He
bicycles.
really doesn't.
I just remembered the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walsh, Patrick Walsh. When his girlfriend's kid, died, and he used it as publicity stunt laughing. It was disturbing.
I don't remember that.
Whose kid died?
His Dr. T's girlfriend?
His girlfriend's kid died.
Sammy had a kid that died, and she's like not having a problem with what he does to me.
Oh, wait. Before Sammy, he's only been with Sammy for 5 months. Before Sammy, he used to pretend he was with this like Puerto Rican chick.
Uh-huh.
Or Filipino chick. I don't know. So maybe it's that one?
Juan, get your nads up here, fool.
Yeah, come
Putting
up,
the link
Juan.
out. I don't have problems
be
with you until
nice.
you run your mouth, Juan. So get up here. And don't run your mouth on me.
I don't like green bicycles though, because when he was first starting out, he came in my chat and he came up on my panel and we were talking and I was saying,
Oh man.
have not ever grown like seriously with the objective to get like actual weed. I had grown plants before, but it wasn't, like, oh look, it's 2 feet tall. Oh, it died. Like that, right? But and so he said, oh, and I said, I want to kind of try inside and outside to see which one I like best. He says, oh, you're perfect. Somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. I want to show how easy it is with my nutrients, and I'll set you up with the tent and everything you need to grow, and yada yada yada. And then I never heard from him again. So I emailed him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I emailed him and I said, hey, do you want to do that thing that we talked about? And he said, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Remind me. And fuck that. I'm not reminding him.
Wow.
I wouldn't forget making a commitment like that. So, I think that he just had already gotten enough word of mouth out there that he didn't need to do that anymore. But I told him we could totally go live every day on my channel and show the progress and show what I'm doing with his nutrients and all of that stuff. And that's what he did to me. So, and then he got way too involved in the whole Dog Lip Sam thing, and he should have just stayed out of it.
I just want to mention that it went from 5 people to 15, so everybody must have did a raid in the kitchen, and they're back now. And I'm still waiting, Juan. Get your buns up here, fool. I'll behave
So,
if you behave.
yeah, I see why you said when you first got, you definitely found a bad side of Frank. Frank, you seem like a nice guy. I'll be right back.
That cue gave me a headache. Or Mr. whatever, Signal.
Yeah, everybody's been through the ringer. Do you not know Buds and Hazard, Frank? And then Natalia's boyfriend is Hamilton Homegrown, and that's how I know who like Neo and Budsville and who else do I
The grow
Emerald Isle
community.
and all those people. That's how I know them because I started watching Hamilton. I don't know who PKR is.
I've heard of the initials, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who that is. They're losers.
That's who they are, I
I
guess.
was told that
Sorry,
when
Hammy called me.
I was told that when PKR got pissed off at Dr. Trichomonas that they would shut him down, but he said, "Oh, I'm scared of PKO or PKR."
They're all losers. Frank, I think you're cool. Make sure to come over to Hamilton's too.
Yeah, we
He
have
hates.
lots of drama, but I mean, we have a lot of drama with a little sprinkle of weed stuff. But everybody is high, like with except Anne. She drinks box wine, but
And no, I
everybody
don't.
else is high.
Yep, we're all medicated.
I'm the coffee drinker and the cigarettes once while
She's our
cigarette
designated
smoker.
driver.
Yeah, that's what I am to everybody. Designated driver. The only one sober.
They attack growers in their garden
Oh
while
shit. Tracy
handing out
started that
moldy
on me.
pink
God.
panther weed filled with it's wow, weird.
And Frank, for you to say that, you're a real one. And have you noticed that they don't do that anymore? Now they're all about the drama and Viking Queer, whatever, sorry, Viking King said that.
So many of the weed channels that were like,
I'm gonna go see who this crucible is.
you keep muting yourself, Natalie.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay.
I don't know why that's happening. I think it's because I'm sitting far back.
I muted myself because I was eating ice cream, so
Oh.
I buy ice cream cones so that I don't eat too much.
I just
Crucible
love ice
Ghost
cream cones.
has 4
Wish I had one.
subscribers and no content.
That's okay. I
Troll.
don't mind new people. I don't mind people even that want to come in a different name because maybe, oh, I don't know, if it were D or somebody, I wouldn't allow them to speak a whole lot. So if they, if it's somebody even like that, I don't mind new names. They just have to behave because they don't get many chances.
You wouldn't want me on a debate channels and that because I can debate like a motherfucker.
No,
That's
we don't
why
want you on a debate channel. Your blood pressure can't handle it.
well, I probably could though. I mean, but I wanted to be a lawyer before I had my family.
You could have done it, man.
You could have.
I wanted to be a criminal lawyer, actually.
Oh.
Oh,
That's where
debate
the money's
channels, right
at.
on. We like people to argue with.
Criminal lawyer or corporate because that's where the money's at.
Corporate, yeah. So I've been watching that series about the happy face killer's daughter.
I
And
don't know about that.
it's on Paramount, I want to say.
Okay.
And it's about the serial killer, the happy face killer's daughter. Well, now she goes and talks to other serial killer families and says, "Hey, it's okay. You didn't do it. They did it, not you." And but anyway, there was a guy that was on death row that was fixing to get executed, and it was actually a thing that this Keith Jesperson had killed, and so he had to give him all this evidence that he killed him to get this guy off death row, and it worked. And I just haven't seen the rest of it to see if he wasn't just bullshitting or if it was true.
Yeah.
I can't watch those court things because I
I
find the flaws. I find the flaws in attorney's case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm the one. I had an ex-husband that talked to the TV when the sports come on. If I watch, watch a court channel, I'm the one that is giving instruction. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're using the. You're crazy.
Yep. I had a
Yeah.
boyfriend like that. And I was like, they can't hear you, right?
My baseball, football. He didn't watch golf or soccer or what's the other thing? Hockey.
Hockey. Trey
Man,
was a big hockey
he was
fan.
a screamer at baseball and football. And
Yeah,
I
Trey
said,
was a
that,
big hockey fan. Oh, hockey and NASCAR is what Trey liked.
I don't watch any sports.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know if
Me
you can
either.
tell from my physique, but I'm not interested.
I can watch a golf game, and then fall asleep, at the first part of it. And I've always liked and have played tennis, so I can kind of watch that, but not all the way through. It just,
I
unless
think I've
I'm
heard
part
of
of it,
Girl
I don't
Boss.
want to watch it.
He's like an infomercial.
I think I've heard of Grow Boss.
Just
Wasn't
like
he an
yells
old
at you to
dude?
buy his weed product.
Yeah, yeah. And he had nutrients and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Huh.
He was kind of
He used to have a
fancy.
store.
Yeah, he was kind of a big store.
Yeah, in
Like I mean,
Vegas.
yeah. Yeah, okay. I know who that is.
Yep.
I tell you what, Joanne, if they have a farmer's market where you live, you could sell gummies, or would they
The
allow it?
farmers market where I live consists of somebody's driveway that
No.
they
Oh.
charge like $10, and it's on like the third Saturday of the month. I mean, and it's a joke.
Yeah, it's not even that stuff's is it legal where you're at?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, I bet you would get the trade for the gummies and the butter.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Like if I wish I could like put it on Facebook that I would do people's oils for them for 20
Mhm.
bucks.
Yeah.
And that would pay for all the stuff I need. And well, no, $20 is right at with the four. He gave me 4 ounces, and that made 3.5 pounds of butter, and that cost me altogether right at $20. With the butter,
So you
I
charge
bought 4.5 things of butter and the cheesecloth. That's all it takes. Everything else,
Wow.
it's just
so what are you gonna charge them?
20.
20?
Well, yeah. Well,
You
$20
gotta make a
is
profit on it.
right. That's what I'm saying. If and coconut oil is even more expensive than butter, actually. Um, I don't know. I don't even know if it would be worth it to them. I don't know. I would what I mean, ideally I would have some like edibles out, I have the little Mylar bags, like I could put a gummy, a piece of fudge, a piece of cookie, like a quarter of a cookie, and
Yeah.
let them taste and say this is what it tastes like, and I can make you whatever you want.
Well, like you're doing it for a friend of a friend, but if you're gonna do it to sell to the public, you got 20 invested. You would probably want to put another yeah, 20, 25 on top.
Oh, 125% markup? That's kind of a lot.
If
Maybe
they
like
want it, they'll
10.
buy it. It might be what you want to do is undersell the dispensaries.
Yeah, I haven't been in a dispensary that has butter or coconut oil infused, but they've got
Me
everything
either.
else. They've got cookie dough and body rubs and all of that stuff. But here, they're not as fancy as they were in Oklahoma. So they just don't offer as much as I
Yeah.
can offer them.
Yeah, Buds, how much did you have invested in it and what you made. MCT oil at 6 ounce bottle of 7 for $50. Now, like I said, you always want to undersell the dispensaries. And if they like your shit, they'll be coming back, and that's where you want. Return,
Crucible, if you want to fight, you have found the right folks because they will find something wrong with you and then fight with you about it
oh,
for at
shoot,
least 10 years.
that's a good markup. Now, Bud says he sold a 6 ounce bottle of MCT oil, sold it for $50, and he had $12 invested.
Okay, so I use a pound of butter or oil to an ounce of weed. And with that ounce, like I just made some fudge and I added it up, or I didn't add it up. I used the THC calculator and I made 80 pieces with 50, and they're 52 milligrams each. So that's actually 40 100 milligram bags at $20 is what $800 that I made for less than $100.
Hmm.
I
Wow.
saved myself $700.
That's intense.
Yeah. And the gummies are the same way. I only use I use a quarter cup of uh coconut oil and it usually makes 60 gummies and they're the same. They're well over 50 milligrams. So if I ever could find a way to do it, I most certainly would supply this fucking town with edibles.
And it would be all in the legit.
Yep. Well, no, because it wouldn't be legal for me to do it.
Oh, you need a license?
Yes. And a food handler's permit and I don't know what else.
Yeah, the
See, like the
initial
only way
investment.
I'd be willing to stop buying them and start making them myself is if I had a way to make them even stronger than the ones I buy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think you can buy most likely. I mean, I'm sure that you can, but more often than not, I don't know that you could buy a 50 milligram piece of candy.
Well,
One
mine
piece.
are 100 milligrams each.
Each piece.
Yes.
And what do you pay for those?
So I buy one, get one free. The bag is about $55.
For how many?
And it's 10 pieces in a bag.
Okay, so that would be 20 and two would be 40 for $40.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
No,
so
for $55.
okay.
So for $55, I get technically 20 pieces each for 100. Each for 100 milligrams.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so that would be 40 at 50 milligrams, which is what I usually stay around. And I can make, there was 82 pieces out of this fudge that I just made. So that's 30 more. No, 40 more.
Yeah.
So it's double. And I made it for 110, let's say 25, $35. $35 plus a stick of butter, which is $1, so that's 36. And then a cup of peanut butter, which is 2. So that's
So you're saving way more.
yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I can break it down to that, like how
Yeah.
many cups of butter and what it costs, because there's like two or three cups of butter in a jar of because I get Jiffy peanut butter. Because I have
Uh-huh.
a bunch of cheap peanut butter, but it's a lot smoother if I buy the Jif one. And
Yeah.
just make peanut butter cookies out of my cheap
Yum.
peanut
Hmm.
butter. I have the best recipe for peanut butter chocolate chip cookies it's so fucking good.
Mm. I want
All
that
I
right
know is
now, but I want it made for me.
the only person I know on an almost personal level that's is a stoner is my mailman. He even showed me
Mm.
his weed tattoo on his arm. Shocked
I
the
don't
shit
know
out of
anything
me.
about cold pressing and all of that stuff. I don't know how to do it.
Me
So
either.
eventually I might learn. I mean, I can make the RSO and make those capsules as well. Like there's really, as long as it's made out of oil, I can do it.
Hmm.
And the tincture that I make, I only make it to infuse sugar so that I can make some, like the taffy didn't use any oil, so I made sugar instead of, I infused sugar instead of a butter because it didn't take any
Yeah.
oil. So
Well, you do make obscene taffy.
yeah, I did.
It looked like male body parts.
It did. It was neat.
What?
Yeah, when I was
You missed that?
yeah, we pulled it all night, huh? And kept up with me while I was pulling taffy.
She was getting
That's
weird with
funny.
that taffy. I mean,
Tabs the weed I grow.
hey, Hamilton.
I
Oh
He's
my
got
god, babe. Hi. I thought you
Hey,
were going to
Hammy.
bed.
that's Rotary.
How you doing?
How you doing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
if I
for
can
sure
if
is.
there's oil involved, I can make it. And I usually try to make it where you can't taste the weed because I don't like the so that's my goal. And with this fudge that I just made, like I let it get room temperature and then I put it in the refrigerator, which I really should just go straight to the refrigerator because it makes the oil separate just a little bit where it's like coated the outside. And so when you put it in your mouth, and I usually inhale or something before that outer coating that rose to the top basically, which is not a lot, but it's enough. And so I'll have that split second of the green taste, and then after that you can't taste it at all.
See what Frank
Mhm.
said? The Reese peanut butter baking covers up the weed really good.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the better the peanut butter, the better any ingredients, the better it's going to be.
You're funny.
Yeah,
You're
Hamilton.
sorry to them.
You have to say it to Natalie.
He did.
I'm not mad at you, Hamilton. That's
I'm
y'all's
not mad at
business.
him either. But the guy's gotta stop. You're giving me a fucking headache.
I know.
Remember what I
agree.
said? United front. You
Yep.
gotta at least front that you're not arguing until you can get off of YouTube.
I
But
know.
Disputes
shit
will
happens. But
destroy
this what Kim
relationships.
and Jerry's going through is a perfect example. They want to divide and conquer. They will
Oh,
take anybody who is against us. Anybody.
Yep.
Sam, for fuck's sake. Sam.
Yep. Yep.
They will
They
take
will.
anybody.
huh?
So, I mean, just keep that in mind that it'll take, I mean, if you and Hamilton were to get in an argument, I don't know which one of them they would go after to be friends with. I really
I
don't.
know.
It would be one of you.
Well, I think they'd have a hard time deciding because they'd want us both. Because you
Well,
know that's the truth, right? They just want us to be divided because they're
Right.
evil.
if
Yep.
you love each other, you wouldn't fight.
And they'll
I
just
know.
eat up whatever the other one says.
That's
Like every word that Kim said the other day was gospel truth. Not one motherfucker knows Jerry because all he did was chat very sporadically. He never went live. The only time he ever even showed any part of anything was when he did that video about being swatted, and they said that he was lying. And I'm curious to see if Kim says that that was true or not. I believe he was, but that doesn't mean it's true. It just means I believe it.
I'll just hit you up on a three-way call next time me and Hammy are fighting, okay?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Get the Tylenol out, Joanne.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, he like literally like calls for you when we're fighting. It's freaking weird. I'm like, why do you like want her involvement in this? He's like, she'll talk sense into you. I'm like, whatever.
Maybe she would talk sense into Hamilton too. It, it goes both ways. You know,
And
any of
like
us.
I told Natalie Hamilton, it's not because I'm any kind of smarter or anything else. It's because I've done the same damn thing and I'm old and learned from it.
There's things I've
You're
learned
not
in life
that
that you
old.
don't do too. But
When
you
you're on your
advise us.
period, he says.
Well, do you
I
ever think
know.
that if say if Natalie has PMS or some kind of dysfunctional hormone problem, that Hamilton also in his age can have the same kind of hormonal problems
That's true.
and
I
men
think
go
he
through
does.
andropause, which is like menopause, and he is getting close to that age.
I
There, I
feel he
said it.
gets that. I really do. I think he's got menopause, like for man,
Yeah,
menopause.
andropause, yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
That's all, Frank. That's all I use is butter, coconut oil, sugar, tinctures. Which again, I just use the tinctures for sugar because it's fucking gross.
Do they have that hormone panel for men?
Yeah, of course you can get test your own.
Hamilton, get a hormone testing done on you.
Yeah, they can test
Right?
testosterone and all that man juice.
You know what's so funny? The day that he was like calling my phone over and over while he was live streaming, and the chat, I was reading the chat, and a lot of them were like, she shouldn't be demanding he goes to therapy too, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you guys are enabling him to think he doesn't need to go to therapy. Like, you guys suck.
You gotta find out what's triggering both of you.
Yeah.
Is salt infused the same way as sugar?
Ooh. That would be cool.
Well, yeah, because okay, so what is that cooking show? Fuck. I don't know, but it's a cannabis cooking show, and they do a whole dinner, and their dinners are not 100 milligrams. They're like there's 2 milligrams in this, and there's five
Oh, that's
milligrams in that.
stupid.
Yeah, like they'll make mashed potatoes and use the butter for that, and they just use different infused things for different stuff. And I mean that's something that I would be interested in doing.
Well, probably because it still tastes good because it's such low milligrams and everything,
Yeah. Yeah, it is
I
low.
wonder if you feel high. Like if we would feel high since we're regular users.
I think by the time that they're done, it gets around 100, but they just don't overdo it.
Yeah.
So the way you do sugar, I guess if you do salt the same way, is you just pour the tincture into your salt, and I used a cup I went cup to like a cup of tincture to a cup of sugar, and you just mix it up, and then you spread it real thin on parchment paper and put it
Uh-huh.
in the oven and hold, like I put a spoon, like not a wooden spoon, but just like a serving spoon in
Mhm.
to prop the door open, because when you make tincture, you make it out of Everclear. And so you take that and mix it up with your sugar and then spread it, and then put your oven on 240 with the door propped open, and it'll dry it out, and voila, you've got sugar.
What the fuck?
Yep.
I don't, that sounds so hard.
No, you mix it, spread it, you mix it, spread it, and crunch it back up. That's all it takes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super
The
easy.
whole like propping the door open thing sounds hard.
Well, you have to do that because it's Everclear and the alcohol burns off, and it's fumy, so it has to be in a really well ventilated um area. Like the tinctures I make, the RSO I make outside in a crock pot, because that also has Everclear in it. And you have to burn all that off, and then what's left I add myself. I add coconut oil, and then I put it in the capsules. And then you just swallow the capsules and you're fucked up.
Wow. I remember when you did that.
Yeah, I need to do that again.
Yeah. Now that you got your StreamYard working.
Yay!
By the way,
And I
how's
did
your
have a
neighbor that was stabbed?
He's okay. And I heard that my neighbor that did the stabbing is out of jail over there.
Oh,
But
wow.
he can't be over at his house. He must be at his mom's or something, because I can't imagine that my neighbor doesn't have a restraining order on him.
Right. I would assume and hope.
I have to check and see if he's really out. My dude is the one that told me he was out, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is your dude gonna do your water heater today?
Thinking no. It's late. And I haven't heard. Last I heard, he said, "Let me call you right back." Okie dokie, and it'll be tomorrow. His right
Right.
backs are not right back.
That's funny.
And I don't get worked up when he says I'm on my way over, because I've been with him when, we're heading somewhere, or we're heading back to my house or something like that. And no sooner does somebody lock eyes with that motherfucker, they're asking him to go do something for him. And he's like, okay. And he goes and
Oh,
does it.
wow.
So,
Hmm.
and so I don't get my feels hurt when he doesn't make it sometimes, because I know what he goes through just to
Yeah.
do shit. Or he'll
Got a
be
lot of
about to,
people.
yeah, he'll be about to be done doing something, and somebody will show up and say, "Oh, can you do this for me?" Sure enough, there he is till 2 or 3 in the morning doing
Aw.
stuff.
Hmm.
Aggravating.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about boyfriends.
Yeah, don't worry
And
about him. He's all right.
exactly, and just let us worry over here.
That's why I always say I don't have the time and I don't have the energy for emotional commitments with
For
men
emotional
or
baggage like a man.
they're so whiny.
They are.
Like raising a kid again.
My dude's not whiny.
Aw.
He
I
is
wonder
not.
if Buds would be whiny.
But I
Mm.
mean, that's kind of like a double-edged sword, though, because he doesn't have any expectations of me either. So if I say I'm going to do something, I end up not doing it. It rolls off his back, And I'm like,
Right.
care a little bit, you know. I wouldn't mind you fussing at me just a little.
Well, Hamilton, I've said it in your chat. Sometimes I'm thinking you expect too much of Natalie, and she expects too much of you, and that can lead to trouble. But I
Sneak
know nothing.
dissing him. You're sneak
It's
dissing
okay,
Hamilton.
and we love you, and I love when you give me your advice and opinion
Well,
and stuff.
advice is cheap. Take it or leave it.
Well, no, I appreciate yours because it's not always often that you solicit your advice. Some people around here, like Hamilton, they solicit their advice quite a bit, like Sam. But do you guys believe in microdosing mushrooms?
I would love to, but I can't fucking find any mushrooms here.
Oh.
Hamilton,
Do you have a lot there?
I think you can buy them like online, or
Really?
I think there might even be places.
Not here. Not in New
No.
Mexico. Uh-uh. Colorado, but not New Mexico.
Hamilton, you do get whiny. I'm sorry.
You sure do.
Pull up the
You
We
big
sure
need
book,
to
do.
do
Nat.
some trade.
Pull your socks up, and
Please.
well, he does. I mean, I'm saying it like a grandma.
Yep.
Hamilton,
What
you
are
do
you
get
surviving, buds? Bitchy women and everything else. No, we need to talk. If you have access to that, we need to talk, Natalie. We'll do some trading.
We'll talk. I'm not whining.
I know. I know. Did you want to come up on the panel, Hamilton? Did y'all give him the
I
link?
threw the link out, but he didn't grab it. I'll throw it again.
It's
Well,
funny
come on,
because
y'all.
he told me he was gonna go to sleep, but there he is stalking my ass.
There's the link. Get your whiny ass up here, Hamilton. Jeez.
I can't tell you about
Don't be
super
difficult with
dosing.
me. I hold seniority in this community. I'm the oldest person in this community. Don't fuck me over, dude.
I'm
See, I
not
told you
sure
he
of
was
the effects
tired.
of microdosing, but I know an old man that's into it. Seems pretty smart. Can't tell you.
Oh,
Okay,
what the
right
fuck
on.
did I do? Oh,
You
that's
know,
what I did.
Cary Grant used to microdose acid because it said it made him more creative. But that's what you get from a fruity actor.
Was Cary Grant fruity?
He was. He microdosed acid.
Oh.
Oh, and he every time he would get divorced, not divorced because he only married one time, which was to Diane Cannon, who had his baby.
Yeah.
Uh, every time he would break up with his chick, he would move in with Randolph Scott
And
in
he
their
was.
little bachelor bungalow.
Mm-hmm. I heard that Randolph Scott was on the Fruit Loop side too. Sorry.
Yeah, with Cary
Goodness.
Grant.
I'm eating apple pie. Sorry.
It's okay. I wish I had apple pie and ice cream.
Oh wow, Frank. I did 2.5 grams and it didn't do nothing to me. Nothing. Felt nothing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Then I mean
So
I was what?
is that mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
And I
I
just swallow them. I don't make a tea or anything like that. I just try to get them down. So I just
I
swallow
don't
them.
see gays as Fruit Loops. I'm sorry, everybody that swings every which way. Sorry, my bad. That was not bad. Ooh.
You know what? It's okay because I'm really mad at Survivor. Speaking of Survivor, Hamilton, because I
Who's a
watched Survivor, and right after COVID, um, and the next show that they did, he's like Jeff Probst. You know, when they go to do their challenges, they'll say, "Come on in, guys," and then so he asked those people, and there was a couple of gay and lesbian people on there at the time, and then heterosexual, like just a mixture. And he asked, you know, so many things are different, and is guys still the appropriate thing to say? And all the heterosexual people said, yeah, guys is fine. But the homosexual people said, no, it's kind of outdated at this point. And so he said, okay, from now on, I'll never say it again. And he hasn't. He just says, come on in. He could be talking to anybody.
What?
No, I have to eat something before I take my pills. Potassium
Don't be
pills.
popping pills over there, Ann.
Um,
I'm just kidding.
what do I got? Let's see. I got 2 potassium pills, a blood pressure pill, a blood thinner pill, cholesterol pill, and the other half of a Tylenol.
You only take a half of a Tylenol at a time?
Well, I took the other half earlier.
Well, don't party too hard, young lady.
Yeah, the potassium pills, I take 2 at night and 2 in the morning, but if you don't have something on your stomach, they'll tear your guts up.
Yeah.
That's
You
potassium.
know, I always eat my weed gummies on an empty stomach, and it sure hurts.
Yeah, you don't want to screw up your lining of your stomach.
I know. I started to like eat something with them.
Oh, and that's the other point. The more you fight, the more possible ulcers you'll get. See?
Oh no.
21 hits of acid. That's fucking unreal, man. That's the kind of thing that people don't come back from. They think their face is melting the rest of their life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't think that would be fun for me. I've done a couple things that the high wasn't any fun, so I don't really understand why so many people do those things, but
About
I
what,
don't know.
Hamilton? You're not supposed
Bothers
to
me about
lecture
so
a
many
kid.
things.
Don't. Whoa. See, that's where you're fucking up, Hamilton. Don't lecture her. She is not your daughter. She is not your cousin. She is not your mama.
Exactly. He's just constantly lecturing
Well, I know
me.
why. Because he's older.
I was just
Yep.
about to ask Frank, how old are you? Like, what age range are we speaking to? Just so I know, because I'm curious, not because
You
I
know
have to know.
Frank? Because Frank's a cool dude.
Yeah, so far so good.
He did not find a gun, and I said,
If I
okay.
could sub to him, I'll sub to you, dude. No, it says show on stage.
Yeah,
I'll,
I
I'll
know nothing, but I'll sub to him.
yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to weed, I'm the real newbie in the channel at the moment. Well,
36, that's a good age. I'm 50. Wait, I'll be 54 in August.
oh, he's only 36. Man, I
Mhm.
can't hit on him. Shit.
You could be a cougar. He might be into old ladies.
Nah, not into young guys.
Oh, don't
But
knock it till
I'll
you try it.
sub to him.
Just try it once, and then you don't have to do it again, and you'll have the
Yeah,
memory to live on for a long time.
yeah, something to carry me over
Cool.
the rainbow.
Mhm.
Frank, yeah, I'm not too into Frosty, but Hammy's my man's.
36. I've got a granddaughter. Well, actually, 2 or 3 grandkids that are 36. Fuck's sake.
What's your birthday? What's your birthday, buds? August what? Mine's August 6th.
Yeah. One more year for Buds and he'll officially be a senior citizen. Well, actually, he is now. But Buds is still too young for me. Oh, see, Frank is taken. Man, there goes all my hopes. Fuck. Excuse
That's
my
why
French.
you don't get in with any of those gay people.
He's taken. See? You guys,
Well, Frank, you could
you
get a
two
hall
build my
pass.
hopes up.
Yeah, but he could get a hall pass.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
we're spread out. We got 2 Canadians, New
No,
Mexican.
the worst of this, Frank, is I got to share Buds with Joanne because of their kid.
Yeah, we have a love child.
Uh, yeah, who
You
can
know
name
all our
kid
beefs,
Dinky
Frank?
though?
Shit,
You've
well,
been
our beef
sitting in the
started like
background.
10 years ago, man.
Well, Frank, my channel alone, it's not how long I've been in this community, but my channel alone is 14, 15 years old.
My original one was too. I wish I had never
Let's
deleted
see,
it.
could be around that figure. 2009. My channel. I started my channel, this handle.
The child
The
that's
child that
snoring.
is staring
Well,
at
he
you.
gets that from his mama. The
Yeah, but
snoring,
Oh,
not the staring, the snoring.
I still got the question about who in the hell names their kid Dinky.
Ah, Buds and myself.
Yeah. See
Don't
what I got to
your
put up with.
jealousy is showing, and that's not a good look for you.
No,
That was totally bitchy, huh?
that was bitchy.
I didn't mean it. I meant it to say it sound like that, so I could say it
It
sounded
was
bitchy.
bitchy, but appreciated.
Yeah, but I said it on purpose so I could say that was bitchy, huh?
Uh huh. We know
tell
how you
me
are.
that today I went into a nail salon to make an appointment. I was like, hi, just wanted to see if I can make an appointment for tomorrow. And he says that the way I talk to them is like I think I'm better than them. I'm like, no, I'm talking to them like I'm so scared of them and I just want them to love me. Like, what?
I have been told that I am stubborn, a bullhead. I've also been called a single cell amoeba. Well,
Amoeba.
however you say it, amoeba.
Amoeba. Uh-huh.
Let's see. I've been called a bitch from hell.
Methuselah.
Methuselah. Bitch
That's
from hell
funny.
was my ex-husband when we was in a divorce court. Um,
My husband's never called me names. Isn't that's fucking wonderful?
Now
They
I
never call me
honestly am.
names.
I'm very opinionated. I'm a very strong-willed, strong-minded person. You can't con me because I've been there, done that, and lived through it.
I want to do
I just,
ayahuasca still, but I still can't find any here.
but whoever I am as a person always gets me in trouble. I like a man that is a free thinker, that can think on his own, that can make decisions on his own without needing my input. Once in a while, I'll contribute to that input, but he has to be a man's man in control of his life, like I am a woman, control of my life.
Yeah.
Everything has to be 50-50. If it ain't 50-50, I'm not giving you any discounts or anything. I see Natalie as her own woman, and I see Hamilton as his own man. And there's no reason to fight if you know that in your life and your mind and your heart.
Yep, I don't like fighting. I hate it so much that, like, I can't control him, so I need to control me. And so I need to go get help to stop the fighting.
Yeah, well, it's called, I know about anger and temper because I had that trouble real early in my life. And you have to come to some kind of resolution about it because if not, it gets away from you and then you can't control it. And then you might as well give it up. I had to
Yeah.
control my temper and my anger when people would go against my grain.
That
Yep, that's
backfired
me.
on Hamilton, Frank, because he used to do giveaways, and then
Yeah.
people want to dox him because he did the giveaways. But then somebody said he was gonna dox somebody because he did their address.
Yeah, giveaways and that you get info on everybody.
Hamilton does not play by rules that y'all play by.
That's where I never got involved in giveaways and that because if I want you to know where I live, I'll tell you.
Ironically, Jerry was the first person that won Evan's giveaway, and Kathy was his first. On Thursday, he would mod somebody, and she was the first person he ever modded. So those are the two people that that supported Zane the most and got the most shit. Well, they didn't get the most shit. I gotta say, I did. Because Kathy hid behind my skirt, but um, Jerry still gets a bunch of shit because of Zane. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with that.
I feel like something about Jerry.
No, I don't even. Let me see what I read. Oh, about Evan. About Evan using giveaways to get people's information.
Oh yeah, and Jerry won it.
Yeah, Jerry and Kathy, the two people that supported Zane in different ways. Um, like I think Jerry just really fanboyed over Zane, and Kathy really, really supported him. It's I can't talk about her because if she talks about me, I'm gonna spill all her shit, so I can't talk about her.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just something we had a disagreement about when I took him to Arkansas that one time.
When you took who to Arkansas?
Zane.
Oh.
He was in Dallas, and that guy Bump that came into my chat, you remember him, Ann, that was real drunk and was hanging out the window in Dallas, remember? And I told you he had
Yeah.
gone to Columbia and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, oh my God, is that kid fine? Holy fuck. At the time, his hair was like down past his waist, and he's got tattoos and a big red Bronco. And oh my God, if he'd have let me climb him, I would try. Um, and so he hung out for a little while and then went back. And Zane wanted to go to Kentucky to meet um, Trix, and so I told him I could take him part of the way, and that's how he ended up in Eureka Springs. And then when he got to Fayetteville, I went and got him and brought him back so that Mike could come and get him and take him to Slab City.
Whatever happened to him?
To Zane,
No, to that guy.
last he was on my panel. He was hanging out the window of a apartment that he was renting in Dallas.
Hmm. There's a lot of nice looking guys in this community, and I can't even touch them.
Some of them are, but some of them think they are, and some.
That's funny.
And why people think that Digger? Why they keep telling he fucking looks like Pee Wee Herman,
He
Real.
they feed him the ego he needs because
right? But
I
why?
mean
He is
to
not.
make him feel
Wish
good
I
about
knew.
himself. I mean,
He's abusive to homeless people. He's abusive to people he thinks don't have enough. You know, like poor people, I guess. I mean, he's
he's
a
abusive to
fucking
old people.
prick.
Me.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of people do that to me, so it's no biggie. But no,
Well,
I
it's a
do not
biggie. It
find,
was just
even if I was young, first off, Digger's head is too fucking square at the top. He dances like my father did when I was a young kid, old fashioned dance style. He has no muscles, and if he thinks he's got a package, tell him to get the sock package
Yeah,
out here.
I like Budsville. He's
He's,
cool.
but Digger is not even nice looking. Not, I
No,
don't,
not at
I'm not
all.
sure what they see, except I know they have to feed his ego and pump him up.
Yeah, he's like a pipsqueak.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman.
I'm like, bro, you think you have a chance with me? Like, stop, please.
Well,
Let's
yeah,
not.
there's Vegas. Oh, I'll take you to Vegas. Is that him?
Yeah,
Vegas excuse me, Vegas is for the cheap folks. Let's talk
right.
about
That's
a
not like a
European tour.
classy woman's vacation.
Yeah, I would, I expect a trip to Europe, not Vegas.
Yeah, no, he can't afford that, Anne.
Mm,
well, there's
you know.
Caesar's Palace. You can just squint and pretend you're in Europe.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
true.
true.
Paris, they have that. You know.
Paris
Oh,
and Italy, and let's see,
yeah.
a side trip to
Yeah.
Ireland so I could smack Dave in the face for talking shit about me.
Wow, he was on a roll about me and Dee's
I
chat
don't
in chat.
understand that.
Oh,
I don't
he's
either. It's
disturbed.
I
because of
do
you,
not.
Stain.
I do not communicate with Dave Gorman.
But you
I
do
don't go to his
communicate.
channel.
You do communicate with Natalie and Hamilton, and that's why.
And that gives
Ah,
him free reign to
I'm
ask
Yep.
guilty by
you.
association. I'm
Yeah.
Hmm.
sorry. But Dave, don't
Fuck
talk
that.
about an
Don't be
old lady you
sorry.
don't
He's
know.
the fucking dumbass that can't separate it, not you.
I know. He can't. He's
There's people
weird.
I like, people I semi like, people I dislike, people I hate, people that shouldn't breathe.
You're funny.
I mean, there's different levels of my emotions towards people, don't you know?
If you showed up
Yeah.
in Nikki's chat, Frank, she'll block you because she doesn't like new people.
Yeah.
I encourage new people. Like I said, we need to dilute the shit. So, and when we get new people, we get new stories and new things to talk about and all of that. And it stops us from talking about Nikki and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, you got to take firm poo poo and add water to it and
Yeah,
dilute it down into diarrhea
and make
until
a
it's not there no
slurry.
more.
We gotta make a slurry,
Yep.
and then
Oh,
strain it.
oh,
Gross.
Mhm.
get the poop mop out.
Well, there's a process of getting rid of Nikki. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, flush that bitch out with bleach.
Yep.
Well, all I've ever heard is that because everybody was mean to her, this is why she is striking out or being mean to others.
Wah. People who weren't mean to her, she still struck out.
I was never mean to that broad.
Neither was I, Ann. I fucked my friends over for that bitch. I screw them all the time because I say, just be nice to this person, just be nice to that person, blah, blah,
A
and they
long,
do it for me.
a
And
long, oh, sorry.
no, you're fine. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say a long time ago to show how much I did appreciate Nikki, even you. I made really nice, sweet videos for both of you, and I don't even know if you ever got yours, but I
For
made one
me?
for her too. Yeah,
No, I
but
did
it's
not.
so far back. I think that was in the first year.
What did it say you
And you don't feel the same way now, I guess. So I'm not getting the video now, huh?
I don't even know if I still got it.
did?
You made one for Nikki too?
Yeah,
Oh, I am
because I really liked
insulted.
both of you a lot in the beginning when I first came in the community. I thought Nikki was funny and she made me laugh a lot. Same for you. And I don't know, like I said, I know I've never done anything wrong to her, and I'm still waiting for the video where she said I did.
She does have a good sense of humor when it's not at somebody else's expense.
She's got that wacky, she got a real wacky, quirky humor, and that's what I like in people sometimes. But no, I've never done
Yeah,
nothing to her that
Yeah,
that
I'm
she
a
can
little
come up with
wacky
proof.
quirky. I'm just a little wacky quirky.
You get
Little more
wacky a lot when you
wacky.
tappy.
Oh my god. When I'm stoned,
Yeah,
and then I pass out.
I did make a video on you, but oh. Nah, you were watching my daughter's
Ah, look at
video.
that.
I never made a video for you, bud. But I did show my daughter lifting weights on my um where you post stuff, not on my videos or shit like that.
You always have
He
your
was looking at
comments turned off, or I would have. And so I just quit trying to comment because your comments are always off.
huh, what comments?
It's because when you turn your video when you click the yes button for is this video for kids, it won't let you comment sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
never put mine for kids, even when it's my cats. I've
Me
got some
either,
cute
even though,
videos.
yeah, some of mine are fine for kids. Not really.
I'm gonna I have a bunch of cat videos to post because they're so damn funny. These cats, they entertain me so much. Most of the time in the bathroom, because they do like to play in the bathroom and in the tub and all that stuff. But they are so and watch water go down the drain in the sink.
huh,
That's a thing for them that they are so it's like Tiny, she's the one that's the most interested in it. And she'll start looking, and then here comes Ginger, and they're both just watching the drain so intently, like something's really gonna happen. And then here comes Blue and his little fat body pushing them all around, and then I have that gray star looking thingy that keeps stuff from going down the drain that I have to have there because they keep knocking my shit over and into the sink. So, and they pull it out so that they can pour water down the drain from their bowl because I
hmm.
leave a bowl in the bathroom sink for them to drink out of because they always come in with me. So I'm just accommodating them.
Well, when my cat before she passed, she was 12 years old at passing, and she never got on my counters or on the sink or nothing.
Oh my gosh, if I tried to get these guys to do anything like that, I don't even know how they wouldn't pay attention. I
Her
have
thing
to find
was,
them. Go ahead.
no, I was going to say her thing was beating the shit out of Molly, my puppy,
Ah,
and s- um, she liked to be on. Well, I had a bench for my cat and my dog, and it could look out the patio door. That
yeah.
was her thing. She was a watcher.
So the cats are too. The cats and Lucy are, and I put a cat tree over right by the front window, and
Yeah.
they'll lay in that cat tree and watch traffic.
Well, my kitty cat. Now her I called her kitty cat because her full name was Ooh, what's that?
I don't know.
Echo.
I don't know. Was
I
it
think
me?
it's from Joanne.
How could it be from me?
Hello.
I have
Hi.
no idea.
Hmm.
I didn't even hear the echo.
I did. Now I'm on a PC and I don't hear it now.
I don't either.
But anyways, kitty cat's tree was but about in the middle of the picture window, and that's the other place she'd stare out or sleep or whatever. But
Yeah.
her full name, I call her kitty cat because her full name was too long. It was Zephora, which I think is a Bible name, and that's what she came with from the shelter. And then I started calling her Zeppy, and she didn't answer that. And I said, "Kitty cat." She would come to that one,
Ah,
That's adorable.
but she
come
was
on,
pure
baby.
white.
Come here. Oh, Ginger woke up from a bad
Buds,
dream.
I think you're still trying to get me to make a video for you, and it's not going to be hubba hubba.
Good baby girl. You're a good girl. Yeah.
But Kitty Cat spent a lot of damn time ambushing Molly, particularly when she was a puppy.
Good girl.
I've developed like an
Yeah.
obsession with cupcakes.
That
Oh, you
obsession
know what
winds
I
up on
found at
the
the
tummy
store
and the
the other
butt.
day? I found
Yep.
salted caramel brownie mix at the store the other day. And
Ooh.
I totally bought it, and I'm totally going to make it without weed so I can have more than one.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because it's crazy. That fudge recipe that I have is really good. It's super simple. It just tastes like a sweet, buttery peanut butter. But, so you want more than one piece, but I don't want to be in a coma. So I can only eat one piece. And so stuff that I have to start making stuff without weed in it so I can have some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always having a sweet tooth.
Well, this week is apple pie. I thought about making them from scratch, and my fingers decided we don't want to do that. Once in a while, my thumb and first finger on the right hand likes to lock up. It's that
Trigger finger.
osteo
Ow!
osteoarthritis, the
Both of my
joint
hands,
locks.
my fingers will break. Will like if I do dishes for a long time or anything that I do for a long time, my fingers will start locking up on both hands.
Yeah, the first time I did it was the thumb. It locked up, and I thought, "What the fuck is wrong with my thumb?" And anyways, when I eventually went to the doctor, she, I don't know if it was blood work or whatever, or just seeing it, but she said that's osteoarthritis, joints that lock up, and said to never get it, in your back, because your back can lock up. If you bend
Yeah.
down, it'll lock up.
Yeah.
No,
If you start
I,
having pain though, you kind of want your back to fuse together and that helps with the pain.
eh,
Eh.
but my
She
doctor said
said,
I'm
eh.
in good health. I passed all my blood work. I passed every other thing. My brain is working.
Hey man, if Al Pacino can
That's
live to be 85, you can too.
good.
Yeah, he only having a kid with a 31-year-old, isn't she?
Oh my God. I wish they would stop
Sane.
doing that, right? Because they're just
Yes.
saying, oh, yeah, I want you to be a single mother and for your kid not to have a dad. That's exactly what I want
Right.
at 85.
Yep.
Because you know damn well that you're not going to live. Even if you live to be 100, your kid's going to be 15 and lose their geriatric dad at 15.
The
Yeah,
math
well,
ain't mathing, okay? The
my
math
only
ain't math.
question is how an 85-year-old man got it up. And if he's got that capability of getting it up at 85, I want to meet him.
That's kind of true.
Good.
I'm thinking it was in vitro.
Oh, good girl.
Just weird.
Yeah, you are.
That probably took him a week to get it up, and another week to think about where it goes, and then another week to say, "Okay, I'm finished."
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I
Of
just can't
course, some
imagine.
men have the capabilities of doing that at that age, particularly if they're Italian.
Is that
I
right?
bet you.
How
If
Why
they're
anybody
if
would
they're
want
of
that
European descent,
unless they want a clear reputation of being a gold digger.
mm,
Yeah,
he's got
I
other kids too.
100% think that
Who's
anybody in their
Crucible?
30s that marries somebody 40 years older than them is definitely a gold digger.
Would you trust Crucible if he came on the panel?
Isn't that cute?
I don't know.
What?
Cute. That's cute. That's who
Well,
was on
when
Tally's.
Q was up here, it was at the
Is
at
it really?
signal.
Well, come up and let's see. You can put the link out. Come up and let's see who you are.
Well,
Come
if he
on, then.
porn bombs you,
I
not
don't
my fault.
care. I don't care if they porn
Yeah,
bomb
it's been
me.
a while since I've seen a dinky.
And wants to see a dinky. Come on with it.
Well,
We're
if I
we're
want to
a
see it,
little horny up here. Just kidding.
if I want to see a dinky, I'll go to Bud's page and look at your baby.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a dinky.
That isn't my baby. And he is all wrinkly.
That's true.
I
And he
put the
does
link out there,
slobber a
Crucible.
lot.
Sorry, I'm opening up a bag. Sorry for the sound.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm not a noise Nazi.
Here.
Noise doesn't bother me.
Okay,
So I'm
good.
watching Digger's chat yesterday while Kim was up there. And I don't know if any of you guys remember her, but Buds, do you remember Rhiannon Rose that was all about Mike? She was all about helping people in the slabs. And then that shit happened with Mike. And then all of a sudden, she had to be told to back off because she was getting too much into those kids' lives and they kind of needed some anonymity from us. And so, anyway, she and I used to talk quite a bit. And she says in Digger's chat, "Oh, I love," and she used to be his target. And then she's all about, "Oh, I love you so much." And I've always thought Joanne was creepy, and that's why I backed off of her. No, I stopped talking to her because she was supporting Mike after his arrest, and then she got crazy and real possessive of those kids, which I thought was even more creepy. So I backed off even more. And I think it's just really cute how people rewrite history. How
Yeah.
how Cliff and Karma are these great guys. They're just great. And I do like Cliff. I think he's funny. I have great conversations with him. He did have a little grease and gravy fucking um
He plays dumb sometimes, I think.
yeah, he plays dumb.
Yeah.
He watches everything, and I know he's got to be some troll names. I know it.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody seems to forget that Cliffy, that great guy, hid Adobe Man from the community and whatever law enforcement wanted to talk to him about those kids being molested. Him and Karma hid Adobe Man at their house. And everybody was
What?
mad at them for that. But then all of a sudden, nobody's mad at them for it. And they're just great folks. They've always been solid. Well, not when they were hiding Adobe Man, they weren't.
Wow.
So it's very
I
interesting.
didn't even know that was true.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. And Cliff will tell you how he put that bike that didn't exist but all of a sudden existed. He put it all together and welded the frame and yada yada yada, while Adobe Man had it listed on Craigslist for sale. Yeah, the whole thing was fucking shady. And
Yeah.
ironically, they just so happened to get a video of Adobe Man pulling this lady out of a pond, saving her life from drowning. Yeah, it was
What
all
the
very
fuck?
shady what they did. And
Wait, who
everybody
got
seems
that video?
Cliff and Karma.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all very strange, their involvement in that. But yeah, that Rhiannon
Wow.
Rose, she used to, oh, I'm so great, I'm so this and I'm that, because I would help them. I helped Zane quite a bit, and I helped Mike in the Goonies farm quite a bit. And I was so great then, but then I just quit all communication, and I said for however long it took, a year, 2 years, whatever, that I had no opinion about whether or not that was true, and I would wait for the court to decide. And when the court decided, I said, okay, he's guilty. And
Yep.
but anyway, my not having an opinion caused a lot of issue with people, and my meeting him caused a lot of issue with people because I had a child molester at my house. Well, no, I didn't have a child molester at my house. He wasn't a child molester when he was at my house. That hadn't happened yet. So
Yeah.
fuck them, because they were all, I had 100 and some people in my fucking live streams when he showed up or when Zane showed up. And they all forget how much they were into Zane just as entertain. Like the motherfucker was entertaining. I don't you can't go back and watch the video and get the same vibe as watching it live. And
Huh.
and it was fun and funny and just everything to watch him. And he did do drugs, and he did do and say things that are gross. But I didn't watch him for that. I only watched him to be entertained. I never cared about how many kids
Yeah.
he had. I never cared that he left his wife. I never cared anything that he did, good or bad. I just cared that he was digging a hole in the fucking desert,
Right.
you know? And
I
and
think Anne's backstage.
oh,
And I do have to go to bed.
I do too. I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah. I hit the wrong button.
But I am going to be up early. So if anybody's up early, hit me up. We'll stream maybe.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, we need to wax our armpits.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'll send you some examples of things I buy off Amazon.
Okay.
Maybe I even buy stuff off from the dollar store sometimes for waxing.
I don't
I'll
want to get
see.
rashy.
I know. But you can buy like some strips from there.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah. Also, my mom used to cut up old jeans and use like jean fabric as strips, and she'd literally like soak them after,
Uh-huh.
and the wax would come off. And she just liked the feeling of the denim versus like the strips for some reason. So that is also a way to help prevent rashes, I guess. I don't know.
I feel like it's gonna hurt me, but I'll do it.
Well, I think a regular strip would hurt way less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anne, are
All
you
right.
in?
Well,
Yeah, huh?
You said yeah, she's doing it.
I'm not.
and you're gonna wax your armpit?
No,
Oh, how
but
funny if
I'll
we could get
watch so
like
I
two
can
or
learn
three more
how
people
to.
to do it.
I
Huh.
thought Robin would do it.
Yeah, we should get 2 or 3 more people and just have a whole panel of armpit
Yep.
waxing. That
That
would
would
be
be
fucking
so
epic.
fun.
I'll totally host it. That would be the best fucking shit ever.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
I
I
I'll
wonder
don't
if we
help
have
can
a
get a
cam
dude.
on
Can
the
we get
computer.
Hamilton to do it?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should.
get Hamilton to do it. I want to see him in
And
aim.
salty.
Yeah. Oh, Tally already shaved one armpit. You know that, right? He lost a bet and had
No.
to shave. Oh my God. He fussed
No, I
about
didn't
that
know that.
forever. Yeah, he
We should
lost a
make him
bet.
wax it.
Huh?
Let's make him wax it now.
We'll see if he will. He might. He might, because but he was not happy about having to shave his armpit. He was not
That's so
happy
funny.
about that at all. He made a bet with somebody and he lost the bet, and that's what he had to do. But he did it, even though he was so upset about doing it. He did it.
Hmm.
Wow.
And
Well, let's see.
he did it on his live stream.
T-shirt
Oh.
season should
Yeah.
be coming into effect, or muscle shirts.
Hmm.
So we could maybe, if he put out Tally's PayPal, he would probably do it for money.
Right? How funny. I'll put
He
out my
would.
Cash App and see if we get any money, and we can split it with whoever does it.
We should make all the guys do it with us. Like, it should be Hamilton, Salty, Good Job
Bud.
Buddy.
Oh,
Who
that would
else?
be
What
so
other
Yeah,
guys?
good job,
funny.
buddy.
Sam.
Nah, Sam.
Uh,
Sam's probably got cooters under his arm.
and he'd say, "Well,
Ew.
send me the money and I'll buy it."
I know.
So he's not any fun. Jose would probably do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jose.
Jose would for
Um,
money.
trying to think of anybody else.
Hey,
We
this
need
is like raising
3
money
more,
for rent.
right? We need 3 more people, 4 more, 3 or 4 more people.
Oh,
Bud,
John.
John, yeah. I don't know if he'll
Azel.
panel with me or not, but he might.
John Azel.
John, Azel, Tally, me, and you,
Yep.
and Hamilton.
And then like anybody else that wants to, like Hamilton if he wants.
Yeah. And if they want, they could just make a video of them doing it. They wouldn't have to show their face or anything, and I would post it
Right.
on my
yeah, but if
page.
Hamilton does, it becomes ammunition for people.
It doesn't matter. Tally survives.
Yeah.
Digger went at him for a long time about him shaving his underarm, and it really hit him hard because he did not want to do it. But like I said, he did it. So
Get Mr. Big Eagle Digger on here.
fuck him. He could shave his fucking head, and I
He
wouldn't
doesn't
want
need to join our fun.
Yeah,
No.
he would just fucking piss on our party.
He's
Well,
not
I was
invited.
thinking since he made fun of Tally.
I
Yeah.
think it might have been him that he made the bet with, but I'm not positive. It was either him or Eddie, I want to say, but I could be totally wrong. I just
Wonder
remember
if
him
Eddie would
doing
do
it
it.
so begrudgingly. It was hilarious. It really was. I'm gonna have to ask him who did that. Who did he lose the bet with? Anyway,
Well, I'm gonna
yeah,
go to bed. So
yeah,
thanks
we
for having
will
me.
talk tomorrow, and hopefully I can figure out how to do this again, and I'll start going live
Yeah.
again.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
write
down.
the instructions down, Joanne, so you don't
Right?
forget.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, I already
All right.
forgot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but it's all right. I'll figure it out.
All right. I'll see
All
you
right.
later. Bye,
Anybody in the
everybody.
chat still awake and not just lurking? Then I hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you again. Good night.
Night.